Hi readers, it's Lori Wright here, author of The Mindful Mantras. Today I have another wonderful book from one of my author friends to share with you. It's called Love Grows and Grows, and the idea of this book is helping children to get used to blended families. So when their parents are divorced and they're co-parenting very nicely, but there's a new step-parent or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatnot coming into the picture, and the child needs to adapt and get used to that, and different people and different styles and whatnot. So as you can see, it's a beautiful book. It's written by Shannon Forster, and the subtitle is A Blooming Story for an Extended Family. Love grows and grows. Flora is a beautiful flower who loves her garden family. Most days she is a cheerful little seedling, but today is different. She and her baby brother Leaf will be spending the evening with their dad, Root, and new stepmother, Daisy. Flora is glad that she has heard so many great things about Daisy. Still, Flora feels a bit nervous about being away from her mother overnight and staying in a new home. As Flora leaves her house, she remembers to grab her favorite bunny. She always feels better when she gets to hold him super tight. Flora's mom, Rosa, walks over and gives her daughter a comforting hug. Don't worry, my love. You will have a wonderful time with your dad and Daisy. Daisy is delighted to see Flora and Leaf, and she's excited to see Rosa too. As they walk to the car, Root and Daisy wave goodbye to Rosa. Thank you for everything, Daisy says with a warm smile. It's very important to Daisy that Flora and Leaf feel welcome in their new home. Once they're settled in, Daisy kindly invites the children to sit down at the table to have lunch. I made your favorite meal, a delicious honey toasted sandwich with sun chips on the side. Flora says thank you quietly. She feels a little annoyed that Daisy didn't cut the crust off her bread the way her mom always does. Later that afternoon, Daisy invites Flora's very best friends, Violet, Lily, and Heather, to come over for a fun play date. Daisy offers nicely to the girls, if you would like, I can paint your nails, and then you can all enjoy playing dress up with the pretty clothes and accessories. All right, Flora replies with a tiny smile, yet she is upset when Daisy uses a light shade of pink when painting her nails. Flora prefers her nails to be red, the color her mom always chooses to polish them. When the beaming sun starts to go down, Daisy suggests they tidy up for the evening. Flora, will you please help clean up the mess by sweeping the floors in the family room? Flora agrees but thinks, I do not like to do this chore at all. Flora loves that her mom always allows her to wipe the windows instead. As the evening arrives, Root and Daisy tuck the kids into bed. I am so happy that I was able to spend this marvelous day with you, Daisy cheers. Flora gives her dad a big kiss and gives Daisy a quick hug goodnight. After Daisy leaves the room, Flora whispers to her brother, I wish Daisy would leave the lamp light on like Mom always does. Leaf doesn't answer her back. He's already in a dreaming slumber. Once Flora and Leaf are fast asleep, Daisy realizes that Flora has been quite gloomy for most of the day. Daisy feels sad about this, so she decides it might be a good idea to call Flora's mom for advice. Hi, Rosa. I hope you're doing well. I'm calling to let you know that Flora seemed troubled today, and I'm not sure why. I made her favorite lunch, and I also invited her friends to come over and play. I was hoping you could help. Do you have any ideas that might make Flora feel better? Rosa listens to Daisy's concern and then replies, Daisy, it sounds like you're doing an amazing job. You've done so many thoughtful things already. Would it be okay with you if I speak to Flora about this when I see her again? Daisy agrees that that is a lovely idea. Rosa is so pleased that Daisy cares about Flora and Leaf's feelings, and she's very thankful that they could come up with a solution together. Flora couldn't wait to return to her mother the next day. Rosa gives her daughter a great big welcoming hug. I'm so thrilled to see you, sweetheart, says Rosa cheerfully. I'm so glad to be back with you, Mom, Flora says. I was very frustrated yesterday. You would not believe at all the little odd things that Daisy does so differently than you. After waiting patiently for her daughter to finish speaking, Rosa asks, Flora, do you think perhaps you're behaving a little unfairly toward Daisy? Your stepmother may not do things the same way that I do them, but they can still be just as fun and enjoyable too. Flora is quite surprised to hear her mom say this. She didn't realize that her mom would be so supportive of Daisy and her different choices. Rosa then says, I think you forgot the greatest rule of all. Love grows and grows. My darling, you're already a dazzling blossom on your own, but the more flowers you add to your garden, the greater it will become. Flora smiles. I know you're right, Mom, but sometimes it's just so hard to get used to someone new. You know what would make me feel better? If we could sing our magical song together, the one you wrote for me long ago. So I don't know that you guys want me to sing the song, so maybe I'll just read to you the song, but what's really cool in this book is that there is some actual music with it. So you could play it, and I think there's a YouTube link as well so that you can listen to it with your kids. So the song says, I will be here for you always to give you what you need. It's amazing to watch your petals bloom from a tiny seed. As long as the sun cares for the earth, I always want you to know that my love for you is eternal and will forever grow and grow. How sweet. Rosa smiles at her daughter. I'm so proud of you, Flora. When you choose to look at the world with better eyes, you will see how much brighter and more sparkly it will become. Flora really listens to her mother and promises to have an open mind during her next visit with Daisy. She truly does want to let her new stepmom become a part of her garden family. I want you to see the pictures because they're so nice. Flora is now much more comfortable spending the day with Daisy. This time when Daisy prepares a yummy lunch, Flora doesn't mind that the crust is left on her bread. Flora also notices that Daisy has added her favorite snack, fresh strawberries, to her meal. My lunch looks really tasty, Daisy. Thank you so much, Flora says with a cheerful smile. Later in the day, Heather, Lily, and Violet come over for another play date. This time when Daisy paints her nails, Flora doesn't mind that they're polished in a light shade of pink. Thank you, Daisy, for adding a glittering top coat on my nails for extra shimmer and shine. I love how it matches all the colors on my petal dress. Flora beams. When the bright moon begins to rise, everyone is ready to tidy up for the evening. This time when Daisy asks her to help with the housework, Flora doesn't mind cleaning the floors like before. I'm so excited that you're letting me use the grown-up vacuum. I didn't realize tidying the floors this way could be so much fun, Flora exclaimed. I'll try that with my kids. Once it's time to go to sleep, Root and Daisy snuggle the children into bed. Flora kisses her dad and then leans in to give Daisy an extra big hug goodnight. Flora then turns to her brother and says, Wow, Leaf, we are just so lucky to have this many flowers in our garden who love us. Mom is right. We may not do all things the exact same way, but our differences are what make each one of us special. Suddenly, Flora understands that it's okay to love Daisy very much as she loves her mom. As Daisy is about to leave the room, Flora sits up and says to her, Wait, please don't go yet. I want to share something very important with you. It's a song my mom wrote for me long ago. And there's the song again. I'll spare you. Flora has so much joy in her heart. She is very grateful to have a forever growing, beautiful garden for a family. She now knows to always remember the greatest rule of all. Love grows and grows. And then there's the music, like I said. I won't sing to you. There's the author, Shannon Forster, and the illustrator, Alexandra